Hi everybody, I'm Harsh and I'm here to conduct a small, very quick session with all of you on SQL. I will try to explain you what is SQL, how you can get started with it, what are various components in SQL that you should be learning in your journey further. Welcome to the session. This session I am conducting on an online SQL editor. It's absolutely free. It's from a company called as Programmis. However, there are many online SQL compilers that you can work with. We don't use online compilers in production. This is just a tool for demo, but it comes up because it's a tool for demo. It comes up with already tables, structure of the tables. You can see there are three tables I have: customers, orders, shippings, and there are data points in that table as well. So this is an appropriate tool for us to get started. First thing first, what is SQL? SQL, also known as structured query language, it is a method with which you can store, scale, interact, modify, and in general work with data. So almost every website, application, game nowadays utilize database. And this is not a new technology. This is there since decades, but it is still equally relevant even in today's time. Even if you're working with very modern day AI solution, more or less, you cannot just replace databases. You will need databases. Databases are evolving, but let's understand some fundamental terms around what a table is, what the language is. So what you can see on my screen, there is a table called as customer. And this table has 5 columns: customer ID, first name, last name, age, and country. It's very similar to how you store data in Excel sheet. There are columns and there are rows storing the actual data. Column define the structure, not just name of the column, but also what type of data they can store. So for example, age is numeric. The first name, last name, country, they are in strings. Customer ID is again numeric. There can also be constraint that customer ID cannot store duplicate value. I don't know whether the constraint is applied here or not, but I can choose to apply it. Similarly, there is orders table. It has 4 columns. Two of them are numeric, three of them are numeric. An item is in text. Similarly, there is shipping table. You have shipping ID, customer, and status. Now, what do you do with this? We store this data so that we can fetch and work with this data and analyze it and take business decisions. And one of the very fundamental step that you will take when you want to work with data is you want to read the data. Let's see how. In SQL, we have a very simple command called as select. So you can say, I want to read this and this column from customers table. So you'll write select first name, age from customers. And you notice how my command is actually spanning across 2 lines, but it will still work because the end of line is not denoted by the new line character, but rather it is denoted by the semicolon. So even if I write it in single line and I ensure the spacing, it's absolutely fine. I can see first name and age from the table customer. So John, Robert, David, John, and Betty, and their corresponding ages 31, 22, 22, 25, 28. I can try changing name of columns, first name, age, customer ID, and I get again all the columns which I needed. Let's go to another table. So I can comment this line by putting up double hyphens in front of it like this. So now this line will not work. If I run it, it'll say there is nothing to execute. The result set is empty. Now, let's say I want to find out everything from orders table. So I can say select order ID, comma, item, comma, amount, and customer ID from orders. I can run it. Here is the table. And if you notice, this is all the columns, all the rows, so the whole table. So there's a shortcut. If you want the complete table, you can simply say select star. Instead of writing all the columns, you can say star, which inherently mean all the columns. So it'll give you the result, which is all the columns here. Now this is just the first step. There are much more things you can do. Just like we selected few columns, let's select some of the rows. What if I don't want all the rows? I only want those rows where the price of item, or basically the amount column, has a value which is more than 350. So I will write select star from orders where amount is more than 350. So this will filter my rows. Now I have three records, number 1, number 3, and number 4, which has price more than 350. The one which had 300 and the one which had 250 are not present here. Another thing, can I count how many rows are returned? So yes, we can count 1, 2, and 3. But what if they are not 3? They are like 30,000. You cannot manually count them, or it's not a wise idea to count them. You can put count star. Count is a function which will do exactly what its name says. It will count the number of rows. Amazing, isn't it? So I can filter columns, I can filter rows. What else? Now I'll show you something interesting, slightly complex. That's called as join. So first understand the structure of table. I have orders table in which there is order number, item, amount, and this order is raised by which customer? So customer number 4, which means John. Right? There are two Johns. So I'm talking about John, which is on the second last row. Second order, again, customer number 4, which is John. Third order is raised by number 3, which is David. Fourth order by John Doe, the number 1 John. And fifth order by Robert. What if I want to know age of people who ordered these items? Basically, I want to pull some items, some information from here and some other information from here. I have to connect these tables based on this customer ID. So how do I do that? I will say select specific columns. I can specify, like I want to know order ID and item and age. Okay, and let's say I also add country. From orders, you can choose to filter as well, but right now I'm not doing filters. From orders, but then some of the information is in customers. So I have to join the orders with customers. Now join on what? There should be some common column which is connecting them. You see, there is no record from customer number 5. Customer number 5 did not place any order. So my common column is customer ID from orders. This should be equals to customer ID from customers. And did you also notice one new thing? I can write orders with capital O or small o. It does not really matter. Like here, I can write customer with small c because SQL is a case insensitive language. It doesn't really bother about the case, the small case or capital case. Now let's run this. And it's showing me order number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is raised for item number, keyboard, item name, keyboard, mouse, monitor, another keyboard, mouse pad. The age of customer is 25, 25, 22, 31, 22. Let's validate some of them. First two orders are by customer 4, who has an age of 25. So you can see 25. Similarly, next order is by customer 3, who has an age of 22. So you can see 22. Then number 1, who has an age of 31. There you go, 31. And same with number 2, who has 22, sorry. Now what if I don't want to call it age? I can come here and I can say age as customer age. This, and there you go. You have customer age. You can change the name of columns. Now let's say I don't want result of every row. There are 5 rows. I want to know about only those orders which are important. Let's say the definition of important is more than 350 in amount. So I can come here and say where amount is more than 350. So you have only 3 orders. This is the same query from previous time, but we added 2 more columns. Not just amount, I can also filter on, let's say, country from another table. So I can say where country equals to UK. So only show me records which are from UK. So third record will not be visible. That's order number 4. And 443. Even record number 5 will not be visible. So otherwise record number 5 would be visible because I don't have a pricing filter. So if I run this, I have record number 1 and 2 and 3. Why not 4? Because the customer number 1 belongs to USA, which is not in my approved list right now. Customer number 2 also belongs to USA, which is again not in my approved list right now. And I can add more and more filters. So I want those records which are from UK, but I also want to filter on their pricing. So number 1, number 2, number 3 are 400, 300 and 12,000 on amount. So I want amount should be less than 10,000. So then number 3 will not come up. Number 1, number 2. Interesting, right? SQL is an amazing platform to learn and to work with data. Now, I told you that I'll be telling you what you should be learning further. I'll suggest you learn the basics, of course. Move onward and learn joins. There are many types of joins. So learn them. Move onward and learn about programming. So PLSQL. Learn about how you can deal with procedures. Learn how you can write a little bit of program. Very similarly, how you write it in Java or Python. And this is going to be an interesting skill for you to add on. Thank you. This was a short course. I will catch up with you in another course soon.